Hello fellow humans and welcome to this week's shop review. Now these boxes are still here for 2 days, so if you have filled them up and you haven't bought them yet, then these are, well, relatively good. And even if you don't need the gold now, you're not going to get that good of an offer for pretty much the rest of the year for the most part. Now I have no idea what my prices are in dollars, but as always the premium pass, if you play a lot, is a great thing to get, because obviously there is a lot of things in there like credits, gold, everything, premium time as well. Don't buy the license though, that thing is pointless. WoT we'll play that later. It's a good tank basically, however, what would you pay to play the same thing as something that's already in the tech tree? Now yes, you can make credits with it, but ideally if you want to only focus on credits, then you go to tier 8. So this is a weird compromise that I wouldn't pay this much for. Then the badge on the Object 268, they're tank destroyers. I don't care about tank destroyers if you want them, if you're interested in this type of tank. They're both fine. So the Badger more so than the Object 268 version 4, this vehicle being overhyped, because these plates right here, they're pennable at pretty much any angle that is exactly frontal. So you have about a 5-degree window of that tank being effective. Now, what is never effective is surprise containers. Don't buy them. There's nothing worse than containers. What is even worse than that, though, is containers inside more containers. So don't buy them at any cost or price or whatever. Now, the Panzer B2, it's kind of a weird tank. I mean, I wouldn't buy it, it's a tier 4, but in WoT Tanks PC, it's OP as hell. In Blitz, it's not really worth buying, to be honest. Man, the Skoda, well, you can go to the Wargaming shop and get a better offer, so I would not get this thing. We'll have a look at the Wargaming shop in a second. So, these two tanks are horrible. Don't buy them, not even for that price. The VK-168 is useful in gravity, and that's where its usefulness ends. Now, these are all still here as well. Like the Chieftain 95 again, as I said last week. 6k, bit too much for this. However, it's a solid tank, can be worth it. TF4 for first prototype. It's not 2017 anymore, or 2016, so not worth it. It used to be good, but now it's not. And the great choice is not so much a great choice as they say it is. So, that's about it for the tanks. And the camos are always bad. So now let's have a look at the Wargaming shop. And don't forget to open your containers as well. Now simply if you go to Wargaming's website and select Blitz and then go to Premium Shop, that's how you get here. Now, obviously the thing is, Wargaming doesn't have to pay Apple, Google, or Steam if they want to sell stuff here, which means in this shop they can sell their stuff cheaper, which is good for you. So ideally, you always want to buy your stuff here in the Wargaming shop, because the operation is the same price, as you can see, which is Wargaming's making more money from this, right? Because if they sell it for the same price in Steam, then Steam takes a cut of that. So whatever they sell for cheaper is good for you. And now 34 euros here for the Object. The T22 Medium is in this shop. So I would probably rather buy the T22 Medium than the Object 907. So here it is. I would definitely recommend that. Then the Object 252U. And here is the Type 57 Mecha that is in the shop still right here. You can buy it once, and that's why I said don't buy this one, because, well, this one does have more stuff in the bundle, pretty much, other than that, with the certificates and the avatar and whatever. However, the Type is clearly the better vehicle. No doubt about that. So, if you're in this shop, get the Type, and also get the Chimera. Now, obviously, unfortunately, the Chimera is not sold on its own. It's sold with the Skoda. So, you're going to have to be a good player to buy this bundle. But this is a really good bundle. 2FTU, I know about. Like, I mean, these two are solid. But I would still rather get the Type, because the Type is just a way better tank. A bit. And this one, you get 9 more items. You get 30 days of premium, 30 days boosters, all that. This is a great bundle as well. 17 euros, Object 2FTU, amazing tank. So basically, if you only buy it for the tank, get the Type. If you want the extra stuff as well, get this one. 17 euros for that unbeatable price. Get it. So this is a joke. And then here we have the 907 for 35. So the Wargaming shop does have better stuff than in-game. And there are no crates here. So always just ignore the in-game shop. It doesn't exist. Simply buy here in this shop. So here we go with the 907, and would you really want an Object 140 that has a turret slightly further forward? Because that's what you get when you buy this tank. Now, it does also make a bit of credits in fun modes a lot more. Now, like, if you play boss mode or any of those modes where you can do more damage, then, you know, you're going to get more credits. So if you really want them credits, play at your rate, play it in fun modes, and you're going to print credits. That's how that works. So, with a tank like this, obviously it's a collector, which doesn't actually mean anything. Like, it's just a pointless name that it's been given. It basically just means, hey, this is exactly the same thing as a premium tank, just we can nerf it whenever we want to. Now fuck off. So, yeah. Basically that's the only difference. There is nothing else that makes it different. So, it's basically a premium tank that can be nerfed. But it won't be, because why would they? They're just gonna make you mad. So, now let's see if we can get the Object 140, who is clearly not a good player, given his positioning. And now if we can get rid of him, that would be absolutely lovely, because, I mean, he's just going to run into his own spawn. Which means that either the Foch or me will probably be able to pick him off here. And then we can just attack them from behind. Chieftain's playing on a flat ground in a vehicle that is required to use in a position that has gun depression. Can he stop running? So, yeah, obviously he's gonna... Foch's gonna get him. Smart player. So now, let's try and attack those guys. You can see what doesn't belong there. Dies first. Here yo, a chieftain does not belong in that city. Why? Gun depression, people. That's what these tanks are good at. That's what you should play them for. But that's what they're not. So, that's the problem now. An E100, that works perfectly in a situation like that. It will do well. If you put up an E100 in that kind of position, up against a Yo, that Yo's gonna die, most likely. Keep him tracked. Problem is he's got another shell. I can just... I don't care at this point. I'm just gonna go for it because I got it. With 4v4, gonna have to get an advantage somehow. And now attempt. That type's gonna die. I'm gonna try and track this guy. Ooh, he's on fire. That's beautiful. And now hope that I can... Nope. It hit somehow. And now we can keep the 183 over there. He's not really a problem right now. We're gonna try to get rid of the heavies here. Which is obviously horrible because, I mean, I got 310 alpha damage. I do not want to brawl with heavy tanks because obviously they got the alpha damage, they got the armor, I can't do shit. So, actually, here's the 183. And he's gonna be low enough that if he shoots the Foch, he can no longer reload to kill me. There we go. I missed, but whatever. And now it is only the 100 that is the problem. There we go. It's not that hard, is it? 3k. So, basically, it worked. Ah! Thanks, Foch. Almost killed me. Almost. He almost killed me. Not quite. Not quite. But I'm gonna get a 4th kill here, probably. Whew! That was close. Now, it works. But do I recommend it? Only if you're a really good player. Like, basically, think of this. Are you good in the Object 140? Are you good in the Leopard 1? Then yes. Then I think it's worth getting. Do you not even have those two tanks? Don't even think about it. So, now, let's play the T22 medium, because that's sold as well. And the credits are actually pretty good, as you can see. Still not enough, though, to, in a lot of cases, rival tier 8. So, T22 medium. Same problem, less mobility, more armor. So, which means it's easier to play. Kind of. Obviously, you have like this middle ground between mobility and armor. But then when you get to something like a mouse, then it's easy to play, but it's hard to position. Because you can only go one place and then you're done. But generally, more armor is more better. Obviously, and that's why you should get an E50M. Don't even think about the rest of the mediums, just get an E50M. So, if you're not happy with the E50M, or you like one particular aspect of the E50M especially, then get something else. Like, for example, you like the E50M's ability. then you can get something that is even faster than E50M. So, just get the E50M. Uh-oh. Another problem with these tanks is that back in my days, when I was still young and happy, all these things had 330 standard heat penetration. Standard. You didn't need calibrated to do that. So, the mediums did get nerfed by that, which kind of made the meta very heavy dependent, which is not great, but obviously you can use calibrated to get that 330 heat pen back. And I'm gonna get YOLO'd by a Jaegeru because that's funny. As crazy as it sounds, I want the Bat Chat to get shot instead of me, because obviously, who wants to get shot? And now we're gonna lose. That's lovely. So there's a 4005 back there, which means I'm gonna get out of here. And yeah, it's obviously not a great representation for the battle. Very happy that this is not World of Tanks PC, where it has like 5 bazillion alpha damage. And our 295 is dead. That's lovely. I'm gonna die, which is cool. But yeah. Oh, he missed. Is he out? Well, he better be out. He's out. Boy! Okay, now. I am now against everyone, as always. And Vickers does not want to give me the easy approach and get me a free kill. He wants to do it the hard way, which is annoying. And that low rolled, and that's one of the problems this vehicle has. And look at the armor. It works. It works. 2.2k damage blocked. The armor does work. So this thing is the better armor one. It's the easier to play. 3k damage as well. So, even though it's a loss, the armor on this thing is better. It works beautifully, especially if the enemy can't aim. The front plate's a bit weak, but the rest of it is pretty damn good. So, which one should you choose? If you know how to play the Leopard, the 907 is a good option. If you don't, if you're more of an E50M kind of guy, then the T22 Medium is your better option. And I would generally pick the T22 Medium because it's going to fit for more players overall. So, with that said, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. See you on the next one. Goodbye.